Conscious Eating Part 3. So in Part 1, conscious eating is about being mindful of what you eat. So in Part 1 we talked about my top 5 tips of being mindful. So number 1 was put the fork down. Number 2 was no TV. Number 3 is listen to your body to when you're full. Number 4 is drink water before you eat. Number 5 is either sip water during or drink water, wait sort of 30 minutes afterwards. And then in Part 2, we talked about tasting every bite. So really enjoy that food and really get to learn to love and have a great relationship with food again. So in Part 3 today, what I'd like to talk about is food allergies versus food intolerances. So food allergies. Now, in reality, food allergies are actually really serious and can cause anaphylaxis, so anaphylactic shock you may have heard of. They affect vital organs in the body and it causes a reaction to that. So it's very serious and can be very fatal. My niece is highly allergic to nuts. There's, I think, a scale from so many hundred and she's so many thousands. So she's right up there, very allergic to nuts. So definitely not an intolerance, definitely allergic. She has to carry an EpiPen around with her every time. So we have to, everywhere we go, we have to ask if there's nuts and just reaffirm to make sure that she can't have nuts, sesame, things like that. So highly allergic. So that's the difference that's an allergy. So very serious. And if you're in any doubt, then go and get yourself checked at the doctors. So compare that to number 2, food intolerances or food sensitivities. Now, not to say these aren't as serious. I mean, these could be caused by a whole host of problems. It could be you may not have certain digestive enzymes in the body to digest those foods. You might be sensitive to certain food additives. You may have IBS, stress. There's all different whole host of factors that could be attributed to this. And it can cause feelings of tired, forgetfulness, feeling really bloated and just feeling really uncomfortable. Sometimes you feel like a restriction in your throat. So if you find that you have some of these symptoms, then it may be it's either an allergy or a sensitivity. And what I would suggest is go to the doctor to get checked, just to make sure. Listen to your body. If you feel recently I've had a little bit of sugar into my diet and I've started to get headaches. So I'm obviously I wouldn't say I'm allergic to it, but I'm intolerant to it. So I would try and time it with if I'm going to have it, which I very minimally do, hence why I have the reaction to it. My body's not used to it. Then I would time it with certain foods. Or at certain points of the day, or just completely cut out your diet. There's, do I need it? No, I don't. Do I like it? Yes. So it's that thing, that whole point of, is it necessary in the diet? Of course it's not. It's not necessary. And if it's a certain food that's really affecting you that way, then you've got to think, is it worth having that? Is it worth feeling uncomfortable, sluggish? Do you get those headaches to have those things? So my suggestion would be no. But speak to your doctor, like I say, if it's an allergy or a sensitivity. If it's an allergy, then go by what they advise, but I'm sure they would advise you to avoid it completely. If it's a sensitivity, then it's down to you, but why would you want to make yourself feel awful? That's why I don't really have a lot. I mean, I'm human, so I have the odd naughty bit, the odd nice bit, but do you want to feel bad all the time? You want to be full of energy, healthy, fit, and feeling great. Hence why you've come to me. So I would suggest to try and cut those out of your diet as much as possible. So that's the difference between food allergies and food sensitivities. Like I said, if you're in doubt, then go and get yourself checked by the doctors, and just to confirm what it is that you might have. We're all generally going to be sensitive to something. So have a listen to your body like we've talked about before, and then I would suggest cutting those things out of your diet. Okay, all right, take care, bye.